In the past weeks, firefighting and prevention drill sessions were held at Keangnam Hanoi Landmark Complex. With the aim of documenting and giving useful information on fire safety, we will introduce some firefighting and prevention methods, as well as evacuation methods in the case of an emergency. We hope that you will live in a safe environment where your property is secure. In this news bulletin, we invite you to join us to find out what causes fire.
Fire is caused by the contact reaction among three factors, including heat, fuel, and oxygen. In order to extinguish a fire, one of the three factors must be reduced or isolated.
1. Normally fires occur in the kitchen area. Therefore, residents should notice the following points when cooking. Turn off the stove after cooking or leaving the kitchen, even for a short period. Keep anything that can catch fire, such as towels, food packaging, a safe distance away from the stovetop. Be alert when frying food with a large amount of oil. When oil starts boiling, decrease the temperature of the gas stove to prevent oil from catching fire. Never use water to extinguish a fire caused by oil. Turn off the gas stove, wear oven mitts, and carefully cover the pan if oil catches fire. Keep all matches and lights out of the sight and reach of children, as they are very curious about these things. Number 2. Electric short circuits may be another reason fires occur. Residents can prevent a fire by using electrical equipment properly. Make sure not to use overload electrical devices by reading the instructions of each device carefully. Wires and plugs should be connected in series to avoid potential risks. Turn off all electrical equipment and contact the operation and maintenance department of the building if detecting any flashing lights, sparks, or unusual smells. Number 3. Smoking can be a cause of fire. In order to make sure you are safe, please notice the following points. Do not smoke in bed. Fire is usually caused by cigarette butts. Therefore, make sure to extinguish all cigarette butts before putting them into ashtrays, and regularly clean your ashtrays by throwing any fully extinguished cigarette butts into the trash.
You can easily prevent risks of fire by taking the most basic steps. You've just listened to our news bulletin.
Keangnam Palace Landmark's firefighting and prevention system consists of the following: smoke and heat detector, speaker system installed in the ceiling of each apartment and in the hall of the building. Fire alarm button installed on the wall in the hall of each floor. Evacuation maps, emergency elevators, and emergency exits installed in the hall of each floor. Evacuation rooms on the 22nd and 23rd floors of towers A and B, and fire extinguisher trolleys installed in the basement of the building. What should you do in case of a fire? Keeping calm, and inform the complex's management office on the location of the fire at the following number: 04 222 558 54. If you can extinguish the fire, use FFP equipment installed inside firefighting cabinets along the corridor. You should be able to differentiate types of fire and use appropriate firefighting equipment. There are 3 main types of fire. Class A. Fire can be caused by burning materials such as wood, paper, textiles, and other flammable substances. In this case, the fire can be extinguished by fire hoses, powder extinguisher, fire blanket. Class B. Fire can be caused by flammable liquid such as gasoline, diesel, paint, and other liquids. In this case, the fire can be extinguished by powder extinguisher and fire blanket. Notice, do not use water to extinguish these types of fire. Class C. Fire can be caused by electrical equipment such as switches, electrical devices. In this case, the fire can be extinguished by powder extinguisher and fire blanket, with a condition of isolating from electrical source. Notice, do not use water to extinguish these types of fires. If the fire is not extinguished, close to the door and evacuate the area of the fire.
We've just brought you information about the complex's FFP equipment and evacuation map. We hope that you will keep in mind the information to ensure safety for yourself and your family. In the next bulletin, we will bring you methods to control smoke and evacuate from the complex. Smoke can be dangerous as fire. If smoke spreads to the stairway, it can quickly spread to lower floors. If smoke spreads vertically, it will move quickly and concentrate on the ceiling.
When you detect smoke, run away from the place where smoke starts. Close main doors and windows to prevent smoke and fire from spreading. Do not panic. Otherwise, you may be breathless and inhale too much smoke. If smoke is very dense, bend your body as low as possible until you escape from the fire. However, do not let your hands and knees touch the floor. Use a wet towel to cover your nose and mouth. Follow the wall if you cannot identify directions. Evacuation steps. Quickly move to the nearest stairway to escape and gather at an open place once listening to the announcement from the PA speaker. Find available emergency exits or follow exit lights, or follow the instructions informed in the speaker. Use stairways which have exit indicators to evacuate. Do not use the elevator, as you may get stuck inside. Quickly evacuate. Do not be curious or go near the fire. Inform adjacent rooms about the fire on the way of evacuation. Go together if possible. If you have to go through the fire, use wet blankets or shirts to cover your body. If you have to open doors, check the temperature of the door first. Put the dorsal surface of your hand on the door. Do not put your palm on it if your palm may be burnt, which may prevent you from evacuating in case you have to crawl on the floor or use the fire escape. Slowly and carefully open the door if it is cool and the surrounding area is free of smoke. If you see the fire glowing or smoke spreading, close the door quickly and make sure the door is closed tightly. If there is no smoke or fire, head to the emergency exit.
When you have safely escaped, gather to the courtyard of the complex to check attendance and manage the number of people who are safe and who are still stuck in the building. Follow instructions of the building management office during the evacuation to reach the gathering point.
Gather people in a room if possible. Check where the smoke and fire is in the room. If it is possible that the smoke and fire can spread to the room, do not open the door. You should use a piece of wet cloth to prevent smoke. Move to the balcony or open the windows if you cannot find the main door. If you cannot open the door, use a heavy object to break the corner of the door. Use a handkerchief or a brightly coloured shirt to wave and signal for help. Call 113, 114 or 115, or even your relatives to inform someone of your location. Search the room carefully to find objects such as curtains, rope, or clothes that can be tied together to help you escape. Notice, do not jump from high latitude. If your clothes are burnt, do not run around. If you run around, the fire will spread. Lie on the floor, roll around. This will prevent the fire from spreading, reduce smoke, and therefore minimises the impact of the fire on your face and head as the fire develops upwards. Use your jacket or blanket to cover the fire. This will prevent the oxygen from getting in contact with the fire. If you or other people are burnt, immediately soak the burns in cold water. Do not soak in ice water, as cold water is the optimum solution for all burns. It cleans and cools chemicals adhesive to the burn, relieves pain, and reduces shock for victims. Immediately take off clothes and jewellery if the burn is serious. Use a brush to wash chemicals away, then rinse with cold water. Finally, use a dry cloth to cover the burn, but not too tightly.
We've just brought methods on how to evacuate from a building in case of a fire emergency. We hope that you understand this information to ensure the safety of yourself and the people around you. PMC is at your service 24/7. Thank you for listening. Goodbye for now.